what is going on or went on? I mean, it's just, especially when you see all the pictures in the papers this morning, things.
It's horrendous.
It's just this wasn't right.
It's horrendous. I don't even know where to start. I mean, we can talk about the way a lot of authorities handle British football fans abroad. I've seen it in Spain. I've been out in Spain and I had it in Barcelona. I mean, I went with Spurs, this is a couple of years ago, and everything was extremely good-natured. And this is what happened with Liverpool as well.
Can you just, for anyone who's unfamiliar with what happened over the weekend, explain what the experience was like for fans when they arrived wanting to go to the game?
Absolutely. I mean, they've arrived at a game. This is a Champions League final. Of course, Liverpool are playing Real Madrid. It's the biggest game of the season for Liverpool. And everybody's going to get there early without any doubt because you're very excited. It's the hottest ticket in town. Everybody arrives. They go to a fan park during the afternoon, so thousands of people there, and then head over to the stadium, which is on the other side of Paris. So when they got there, the situation was huge queues and also bottlenecks, which is often where you get police and authorities will try and keep fans separate. And the idea is try and keep them together and then move them carefully into the stadium. But in this case, there was a horrendous bottleneck. So you get automatically thousands of people all shoehorned into a very tiny space, which first off is very scary. Then the amount of fans that are actually getting to the stadium, some are being told your ticket is fake, when most of the time, from what I've heard, they haven't been. Then people are going to not being allowed in. The actual kick-off, which was supposed to be at 8 o'clock, was then delayed for 36 minutes. There was a sign at the stadium that said, due to the fact that supporters have not arrived in time, we're having to delay the kick-off, which is nonsense, because if you are going to a match of that size, you are not going to be late.
Yeah.
Everybody was there. They all tried to get into the stadium, and then you've got police where they're pepper spraying people. There's children, there's old-age pensioners, there's just fans that are there to watch a game of football that have tickets, then are being sprayed. They're out there. Some of them were out there for 2 or 3 hours that couldn't get in. I mean, the whole thing...
Yeah, many fans didn't even get to watch the game.
It was a complete disaster.
And they have just, I mean, the French authorities, and indeed UEFA, I think, as well, have just blamed the fans.
You know what? It's so easy to be able to do that. I mean, the French sports minister said this morning. He says, what happened, first of all, was this mass gathering of British supporters of the Liverpool club. Whether any of this is lost in translation, I don't know. But, you know, we get the gist of it. Without tickets or with fake tickets. Now, there's also stories that it wasn't just Liverpool fans. There were local people. Now, whether they've got the idea of this, thinking of what happened during the Euros, where a lot of fans stormed the gates to try and get in and thinking, well, that could work for us. And it wasn't Liverpool fans. You know, there might have been your one without ticket. Same thing with Real Madrid. But the majority, we're talking about, are good football fans that have gone to watch a game, and these are very usually good-natured affairs. I've been to a Champions League final with two English teams, and it was terrific. And the thing is, it was handled well in Madrid. There were 3 checkpoints to go through. Everything was fine. But in Paris, it's been an absolute disaster.
And we know the fake ticket thing is nonsense because of, I can't remember his name escapes now, but the player who got, you know, an official club ticket that he passed through a mate, and his mate was told that it's a fake ticket.
Yeah, there's plenty of those. I spoke to Alan Kennedy. Now, Alan Kennedy I spoke to last night. He was the hero in Paris when Liverpool played back in '81, scored the winning goal, and I thought I'd talk to him about the game. And I said, and then it came out. I said, well, you know, how was it for you? I assumed, being a Liverpool legend, he would have got in there no problem. He was in a terrible state, and I've never heard him like this. And he's just saying, well, look, it was a disaster. You know, if it wasn't for other people, I don't know whether I would have got out of there. And the thing is, this is happening too much. And it worries me that maybe UEFA are going to be, they're just going to brush it under the carpet. It's like where we've had racism storms, so many other things. It's very easy to be able to point the finger and go, oh, well, it was that, nothing to do with us. The organised, it was a disaster. Something needs to be done about it, or someone is going to get seriously, seriously injured.
I tell you what, though. I mean, of all the clubs, Liverpool fans being blamed for something they didn't do.
Yes.
I mean, the irony.
Yeah. It's. I just don't know what to say about the whole thing. It's just a mess. I think we will obviously get more stories. I know we're going to speak to someone that was there a little bit later as well. But the same story seems to be coming out over and over again. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who you are, even top celebrities, whether it be ex-players, whether it be some child that's there. It seems to have affected everybody. And for some reason, the thing is, in situations like this, they can escalate when you have authorities that start getting a little bit handy with people, start shouting, and often you get batons. And then obviously you're going to be made angry, you're going to get upset. And a lot of Liverpool fans, and most Liverpool fans, managed to keep their cool in this situation. Thank goodness they did, because there'd be no, it'd be no surprise if they did get angry about what was going on.
Welcome to the GB News YouTube channel. You can watch us live 24 hours a day, catch up on your favourite shows, and join in the conversation in the comments below.
Don't forget to subscribe and you'll never miss any of our exclusive content.